Meowth of Team Rocket here again to bring you. Sorry, something on the screen. To bring you another bracket match for this, the Super Mario Brothers 3 Randomizer Tournament. Today we've got Paraducks64, the 11th seed, going up against Dom RTA, the 22 seed, and the winner will be facing off against our number 6 seed, the Haxer. Like I said before, I'm Meowth of Team Rocket, and with me, as always, well, maybe not as always, but quite a bit of a time, is my friend Diesel Pilot. Say hi, Diesel Pilot.
Good evening, race fans. I am Diesel Pilot here with my friend Meowth, here to call the action for you. I hope you enjoy this game, and let's get a guess as to what World 1 is. I'm going to say World 6. I like the snow.
I'm going to go with World 5. I like the sky.
Okay, well, we'll find
I'm
our
going to go
answers.
with World 20. That's not a word.
Well, let's see what happens here in a minute. So, yeah, Dom and Paraducks, both, just like earlier today, both veteran runners, both very talented folks that we've had several times before. And here we getting right out the gate, we have World 7. So, and we've got a couple of pipe decks in 4 of the stages that we're not going to see at all, except, yeah, no reason to play any of those stages. And the very first one we're going to see is a fort. It's the Super Tanks.
The Super Tanks, one of the most interesting of Bowser's military branches. Now, I should mention that the flags for this are the standard for pretty much everything in the bracket stages. End card games are turned off. All stages have question marks, and okay, maybe no question marks.
Yeah, the question marks is a Challenge Cup innovation.
My mistake. And you won't know if a hammer is going to break a lock, or do hammers not break locks either?
Hammers will not be breaking locks at all. This will be a set of seeds where the only thing hammers can do is in the vanilla game, it can bust open the bricks, the rocks that block your path, which show up in Worlds 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Well, don't I feel silly?
That's all right. There's a lot of flag sets. That's one of the beautiful things about the randomizer, is that there's flags that can do all kinds of things. Oh, look what we've got on Paraducks screen. Do you recognize this stage, Meowth?
I believe this is 7-1.
You are right, and Dom gets a very quick clip on through. Paraducks just took a couple more tries to get on through. That was nicely done by both of our runners, and yes, first time every try. Those earlier ones were just practices, and we have both of our runners in my favorite
stage. Atlantis.
I know chat loves to see this, don't you guys? Let's hear the love for Atlantis in chat. Come on, folks.
And isn't this required?
It looks like it was. That's why both of our runners were very quick to just say, you know what, let's grab that fire flower and play this one out. Dom's sitting in that ice block pet place trying to just snipe the golden cheeps. The only part of the game where the golden cheeps will actually appear is in Atlantis. So, for anybody really, during the speed runs, one of the options that we implement for the randomizer is that we turn off all the auto scrollers except for this auto scroller right here, Atlantis. It's a 90-second or so trip through the ocean, and then there's one other one. It's 5-9, Vanilla World 5-9. It's about a 60-second trip through the sky, and because of technical reasons, they can't have the auto scrollers removed and still be functional, so they stay, and they're a big strategy piece.
That's correct. If we turned off auto scroll for them, they wouldn't load correctly, and it just become a big graphical mess.
Indeed, possibly even unable to be played. Now, look at what we have. We have an open route to the castle with nothing but the Piranha stage in front.
Runners have gotta like seeing that.
I imagine they do. So that's a very quick World 7, actually. because they're about to enter this the World 7 airship, and they've only been in World 7 for 4 minutes. So this is going to be this could be a good sign of a good strong match, especially the fact that both of our runners are neck and neck going into the World 7 airship, just a few seconds apart. So Meowth, what is your favorite kind of race?
That's a very tough question. That's a very tough question.
My favorite kind of race is a good tight race, one with lead changes, close competition, and two very skilled runners who keep it tight as much as they can throughout, and that's what we're looking at so far, at the very least.
Yeah, we just
in World 1.
we just saw Ludwig the one-hit wonder as well.
One-hit wonder. I wonder what that one hit was.
For all we know, it could have been "Come On Eileen."
Oh, I love that song.
Come on, Eileen. I don't know how it goes.
Well, I'll save you the terror of having to listen to me sing it. Now, our next fort, of course, all of the military stages count as forts in the way the game is set up. But the next fort is the Air Force.
But the Army doesn't have a boom boom. It just has a pair of hammer bros.
That's correct. At the end of the regular tanks in vanilla SMB3, the regular tanks level is completed with just a single boomerang brother, so that one doesn't count among the fortresses. Now they got a cloud, so that cloud will allow us to skip a stage, which can come in very handy later on. Oh boy. Do you see what monstrosity I've given them now?
Yep, 6-6.
Looks like Dom's just going right on through it. He's speeding through it, and the enemy set doesn't look too bad. Just some cheap cheeps and a blooper so far. Maybe a Big Bertha. Oh, there's an anti-blooper. Okay. I was about to be a little bit disappointed in what 6-6 was handing our runners, but it looks like Dom's managed to make it back to the dry space, and he's got Micro Goombas, Paratroopas.
Ooh!
Damn.
He gets slammed by the winged Goomba.
And 6-6 is going to be a cruel stage, it looks like, and Dom is going to quickly use the hammer to avoid it altogether. Paraducks making a bold decision to go into a Hammer Brother fight with no power-up, and gets a power-up and a cloud to use. So, with that decision, Paraducks and Dom both, well, Paraducks is now in the quicksand stage. Dom just finished it, and that will get, Dom used the hammer to get by that state by 6-6. Paraducks decided to go ahead and, yeah, it looks like Paraducks used it as well. So they, even though yeah, chat says they used it at the wrong spot, possibly, and we'll see how this ends up looking for them.
And looks like we've entered the 4F2 or as I like to call it, donuts and coffee.
I like that name. I love coffee and donuts too.
I prefer the donuts, not the coffee as much.
Well, let's see. I didn't see what Paraducks just found when he was playing one of the regular stages. Now, that fortress sound, of course, something just got broken up at the end. Dom cleverly uses the screen scroll to avoid having to play the Hammer Brother fight. And this time he's going to have to go play it. It's Boomerang Brothers, two of them. And he gets through it. Gets a star. And it looks like there's still got to be two other fortresses to play. Oh yeah, there we are. The two at the beginning.
We see Dom right now is entering and traversing through 4F1. We just had 4F2.
Yes, 4F1 and 4F2, for some reason, they love to play together. Now, let's see. Ah, so that one is the one that opens up a lock that lets them get through. So Paraducks is the first one into the airship, and it's the World 5 airship.
Let's see how much of a fight Lemmy is going to put up.
Well, Lemmy's got all three balls out on the floor for Paraducks, and he has smallified Paraducks, so it looks like it's going to be all 5 hits for Lemmy.
Lemmy's a beefy shrimp today.
I love jumbo shrimp. They go well with cocktail sauce.
I'm more of a lobster guy.
Get some garlic and butter. Delicious. So yeah, there in chat. Yeah, there's a lot of map time that was probably lost between the runners with having to go back and forth across the map. Of course, in a speed run, very undesirable, but it is what it is, and our runners are moving along, and they have entered World 4 now. 2 pipes to check out the gate, and it looks like one of them's going to put you back halfway through it, and the other one's going to put you near to the fortress. And it's just a question of whether you want to play an action stage or a Hammer Brother fight.
It's a tough call, my friend. It's a tough call. What would you rather do?
I'd rather do the Hammer Brother fight as long as I had a power-up to help me through it, which Paraducks did, and he needed both of them because it was Fire Bros, 2 of them stacked on the bricks, and they hit him twice, so his entering in with power-ups definitely saved his bacon.
Bacon.
Dom making his way through 3-5, gets sniped right at the end by the Nanny Blooper, but he was Big Mario, so he's going to be able to get on out of that stage and make his way through to the fortress, which we just saw from Paradux's screen is 6F3, the carpet fortress. He's in the elevator room, and it didn't give him too much trouble.
It's funny, 6F1's the escalator, 6F3's the elevator. Why isn't 6F2 the stairs?
6F2 is Elsa's Frozen Thwomp Paradise.
Yeah, but for the sake of a joke.
Well, you know, you only got so many modes of transportation. Let's see, so Paradux. So it does look like, if I'm correct, are they going to have to build or do both forts? I did not get a good look at Paradux's screen.
We're gonna have to wait and see.
Maybe I'll find out here in a moment between the 2 of them. Yeah, Chad is saying 1 fort required, and it looks like they're going to have to go and play the other fort. Oh, we got one of our beta stages.
It's a 1-5 beta.
Indeed it is. So one of the 9 stages that was included, at least in part, in memory in the game when it shipped. And thanks to the teamwork of our developers and several other folks, our developer Fred Coughlin and several of the other folks, they were able to be implemented as playable levels, and so they are.
Yeah, but Dom having a little bit of difficulty.
Oh, you should never trust 1.5. It looks so simple, but it's so deceitful. And Paraducks gets in there, gets through it. His Hammer Bro retreated, so he's going to play the fort. The fort turns out to be the Navy. Yeah, chat. Yeah, I think that probably. Let's see. Taking one more look at this map, probably only one of the forts was strictly required, but it just happened to be because of the way the strategies worked out. Both of the forts had to be played. Paraducks has taken probably about a minute or so lead over Dom as he enters the airship. The World 3 airship is playing the role of the World 4 airship tonight. So we'll see Iggy in Wendy's cabin in a moment here.
Well, let's see how powerful Iggy is. That's a 1. That's a 2. Oh, and Para gets hitboxed.
You hate to see it, folks. Sometimes
Yes,
it's just the way the game works.
Yes, you do.
And that's going to allow Dom to catch up nearly. He is going to go and screen scroll the Hammer Brothers. Oh no. So this is a lead change. Like I said, tight match with the lead change. This is something that, I mean, it's it's one way for the game to be exciting for sure.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
Paraducks is going to go and take an item. Oh, he gets a fire flower. That'll be great.
And to Para's relief, Dom's having trouble with Iggy too.
Indeed. So that will, now with the Hammer Brothers moves, oh wow, Dom doing some Matrix moves there, knocking, didn't get the mushroom, but getting the Fire Bros out of the way without a scratch. A small Mario, nicely done there, Dom.
And Dom using the transition glitch to avoid having to face the other one.
It's an excellent example of knowing the game and knowing the mechanics of the game. So here we are. We're very close with this Iggy fight. Just a few seconds now separating our runners. It was over a minute. And just like that, well, Dom, he still has to finish Iggy. Let's see how he does it. He gets it. Nicely done, Dom. And yeah, we're just a few seconds separated now.
This is the kind of match that we love, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is doing great. I hope you guys in chat are enjoying this as much as we are in the booth.
I'd enjoy it even more if the crafts people could give us better waters.
So take this moment here to say, give our runners a follow. Just put up their Twitch channels so that you can support them and support the rest of the Speed Gaming community. And a World 1 map is very short. The last game I called the World 1 map had everything required. This one, it's pretty much nothing required except for one fort, one level, and probably the Hammer Bros.
We see Dom taking an early death in a 5F1 fort. Have you ever had your brain just die on camera?
Oh yeah, sometimes I feel like the closer I get to being live, the stupider I get. It's like one of those things, you know, like doing math in public. It can always be a risky venture. Anyhow, so our runners are now separated by just the length of World 4-5. Excuse me, 4-6. 4-6, this is the one with the doors. Was that a hammer from Paraducks?
I believe it is.
Nice. He'll hopefully be able to use that. And Dom just runs a few invincibility frames short of being able to knock a Koopa out of the way and takes a hit. He's still got small Mario to work with, so here he goes. He's going to be a little bit more careful and gets to the exit. Well, so the use of that music box by Dom means that he will not get that hammer. Let's see if that ends up taking or having any effect later on in the race. And chat's talking about World 3 double lock, or double rock could be feasible. Yeah, there is that double hammer strategy in World 3. Comes into play sometimes. Let's see. Our next world is World 6. Now, did you see, Meowth, the panel that was up there on World 5 on the map?
I may have blinked for a second.
Yeah, it looked like a number 10 panel. So you know what that means.
1 fort.
Exactly. There's only one fort in this World 5. And that also means that, let's see, looking at that arrangement, we've got the pipe right there. Oh, we've got Paradox pipe. Okay.
And we've got Don using his Tanuki suit to go through the upper hidden area.
Yeah, nice level to use that on. And of course, completely accidental. He had no way of knowing that that was going to be World 2-4, but good time to use it. And Paraducks demonstrates that we have a free World 5. Nice P-speed strats here as he makes his way through the World 7 airship. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh god. It's 7-5.
I wonder why Dom's playing this. Oh, did Paraducks cloud that one? Oh, okay. That's right. I was looking over at Dom playing the airship probably at that point. But yeah, Paraducks had to, or decided to cloud it, and got very lucky with his choice
And
of
now
cloud.
we have Para going to Fort Knox, 7F1.
Well, Dom makes a quick work of 7-5 though. It didn't give him too much trouble, and he's getting out of there with 255 on his counter. So not a bad, not bad play at all. Of course, Paraducks definitely saved a bunch of time, but Dom's use. Yep, that's right. Or Paraducks had to have clouded it. Yep. Yes, and I agree, Chad. That was a very tame 7-5.
Kind of a letdown, actually.
Dom did very well too. He used his Tanuki suit to great advantage. Use the P speed to take some long jumps, and then use the cloud to get, or the flying to get over that big gap that you have to build the bridge for using the Kaizo blocks. So now let's see. All right, so Paradox is now checking the pipe, and we'll see where this pipe goes. Goes to Wendy's Island. So we see the fort that has to be built, and we have Piranha Alley blocking the road to the fortress. This is actually turning out to be a relatively tame stage. There's no angry sun in 7-5.
And that's right. Get your command icons in chat, folks. We've got a Tanuki appearing. And Paraduck's screen seems to have frozen.
And we'll see if we can get him back here in a minute.
There we go. And now Para's in 6F1, or as I like to call it, I'm going to Escalator Land.
It is a nice escalator fort. Let's see, it looks like he may have damage boosted over it, or part of it at least. And of course, pretty sure that this is going to be. Well, I haven't seen if there was another fort yet, so this might not break a lock or break the lock. I haven't seen the number 10 panel, but we'll find out here in a minute. Paraducks is going to check it. And it does. So, a free-ish World 3. Oh, even an easy Wendy. This is like a Junior Cheeseburger Wendy.
A Junior Cheeseburger sounds pretty dang good right now.
Now, let's see. Dom's going to go and get the hammer suit out of the bonus stage in 7-8. And chat can start to decide what their favorite part of Wendy's is, whether it's the fries or the Frosties or the burgers.
I had a Frosty recently. It was kind of a letdown.
So did you see what we had ahead of us in World 2? At a fortress that looks going to possibly a pretty linear setup. The fortress guarding a lock.
We see Paraducks is going through 3F1, the door 6 fort, and making very quick work of Boom Boom. And Dom gets a very nice clip.
Indeed, Dom clipping through past the middle room in 6F1. And gets a hammer kill on Boom Boom. Nicely done, Dom. So Dom will be taking his fight to Wendy here in a moment with a hammer. We may have the special king message in just a minute with if he can keep this hammer suit. Meanwhile, Paraducks is making quick work of World 2. There's one more fortress to beat. He's going to use a hammer to bypass a couple of stages, and he doesn't even have to beat the fortress. Ah, and do you see what Dom did? He got the hammer brother kill, so he's going to add the special king message.
I love when you can break from the norm and give the fans something special.
So, all apologies to Harry Potter and Professor Quirrell.
Why the hell? Why are the apologies to Harry Potter?
Oh, you know.
I don't exactly.
Well, it's making a reference. It's from the first Harry Potter movie where he goes, "Troll in the dungeon." Thought you ought to know. Anyways, so Paraducks is leaving World 2 with a very salty and beefy Morton. At the same time, Tom.
Apparently he's been bulking up on the McDonald's fries.
Yeah, indeed. Extra sodium there. And meanwhile, Dom is just now entering the second stage as Paraducks is leaving.
You see Dom going through 6-8, the H world.
Looks like he was able to do it without too much lag in the middle there either. That can cause problems for some people. Now, how many bridges? We're down to somewhere between -1 and -3 bridges to get to Bowser's Castle.
You really think it could be -3 bridges?
Oh, -1 to 3 bridges. Okay, 3 to -1 bridges.
I have to go with a single bridge myself.
Single bridge? You know what? I like bridges, so I'm going to say it's going to be all 3 bridges. And that first fort broke the first bridge, or the first lock. And it's the roll date fort. Everybody's favorite fort. Paraducks. Showing you how it's done. Picks up his power-up. Makes quick work. Almost gets that jump over that boo. Damage boost through the rotodiscs, though. Was not able to one-cycle it, though. And he's going to pick up his power-up on the way. See if he gets a double. Oh, he gets a leaf. Wonderful.
Hooray!
So I think that's time well spent. That will allow him to damage boost through those spikes and keep his Big Mario status. And now we're down to a maximum of 2 bridges, as that lock was, of course, shown on the map and broken. It looks like this may end up being a situation where it's a linear set. Oh, we don't want to go through there. Yep, we're down to 1 bridge, and this fort will either build that bridge or, well, maybe break a lock that we haven't seen. One way or another, it's going to help open up the path some more. And when we do get to the dark room, did you notice the dark room? I believe the dark room had 2 tanks in it. Was that correct? I think, okay.
You okay there?
Okay, yep. Thought I lost you there for a moment.
No, I'm here.
Okay. So, looks like we had, dark room path. Yeah, the dark room has 2 tanks in it, and there is a lock in there, and 2 locks actually, or there were 2 locks, but Paraducks has already broken the other one, and he's trying to see if he can find the path to Bowser's room, because I think now he's seen 4 locks, so he knows that the path to Bowser is open if he can only find the pipe that takes him there. And of course he knows this is the fake tank. This is the one that replaces the regular tank's level. So just a regular action stage, 7-3 beta. And there's our pipe. And Paraducks is now in Bowser's castle.
But can Paraducks hold on to the hammer suit and get the hammer kill?
Well, only time will tell. Paraducks can definitely get a clip at the top of the donut lift, that's for sure. Let's see if he can get 2 more clips. This one is easy.
The everyman's clip, yes.
And see if he can get this last clip. Here goes.
A little trouble with the mac and cheese. And he gets
Oh, you were saying that's no trouble at all. First try.
it. That was second try. I'm not doing that bit.
Oh, he just had to get his sub-pixel set.
And with that, hi Bowser, bye Bowser.
Bye, Bowser.
Get your GGs out for Paraducks64.
That was a very well done seed. It looks like we had a couple lead changes during that, or at least a couple of very close lead changes. Either way, Paraducks did manage to get a lead out after about 3 or 4 worlds, and he finishes, let's see, with an official time of 33 minutes and 8 seconds. And Dom RTA has forfeited, so we'll be going to the next match in just a few minutes.
So just take these minutes to get a snack, go to the bathroom, make sure there's no Goombas following you. Just relax. We'll be back shortly. And how is everyone doing tonight, by the way?
Indeed, chat. GG to both runners, and thank you for your participation. So everything that you see here on Speed Gaming is done by a community of people who are interested, who fans, participants, players, commentators, technical staff, people behind the scenes, and it's all volunteer work. Everybody here is just doing it for fun, and we're doing it. We do enjoy your support, so of course, give our runners a follow. We'll put up their Twitch channel so that you can do that. And if you're able to, Speed Gaming community would definitely appreciate you following the Speed Gaming channels. If you're able to, subscribe to the Speed Gaming channels. Obviously not obligatory, but we do appreciate any support you're able to give. Also, we'll be putting up the Discord channel so that you can look at those. And if you're able to, we'd appreciate you joining us in the Discords. These are communities of they're very healthy communities, very friendly folks. And we love to share our enjoyment of these games with people who just share a common bond through gaming. So if you're willing to come and join us and hang out with us, play or not, however you want to do it, however you want to participate, just be part of the community. You're welcome to be. All we ask is that you be kind and always cheer for the good guys.
Absolutely. And please, no trolling or just being a jerkhead.
And we'd like to keep all these things positive. So, yeah, let's see. We're getting ready we're getting set up for our second race. It'll be just a few minutes. And we just generated our seed to give to the runners so that they can get their things ready. So yes, I am the one who rolled the last seed. I'm the one who rolled this seed. So you can blame me or thank me, however the case may be, for whatever befalls our friends here, Dom and Paraducks. So Meowth, how about that first race?
I thought that was just incredible.
So Paraducks and Dom, they've been part of this community for a while now. I don't have in front of me my notes on their past performances, but I know they have both been around for a while. I'm never short on amazement of what these talented runners are able to do.
Okay. Anything is possible, really, in a randomizer like this. You can see pros become noobs, noobs become pros. You could see anything and everything.
Indeed. Let's see. It looks like we've got Paraducks. The screen is up. Dom's going to be loading his here in a moment. And looks like our, okay, so we've got our hashes matched, and we'll be ready to go here. All right.
I'm still having a little bit of difficulty. Oh, and Jaded Faith, I'm getting by, just chilling.
Well, we are okay. Yep, they're back, and we're back. Guess is in for World 1. I'm going to say World 3.
I'm going to go with World 6.
3 shall be the count, and the counting shall be 3. Oh, so we got, yeah, chat's asking me to roll a harder seed. Oh, we got guesses of rolled 4 and rolled 2. Good rolled 6 opening can be fun, especially with it being such a long world. And let's see, what are we gonna get? Oh, nice. So we get 5s and 1s. Nobody else is, I guess, 7. We could have a reverse world order. That's still out there. Holy Hannah! Did you see that, Meowth?
Fred!
It's a Fred, but it is a 3-4 rolled 1.
And the first 4 is 3F1.
Okay, so Dom just picked up a star on his way to Boom Boom. There is a small chance you can actually get a star kill on Boom Boom, and right out the gate, look at that, my friends. We have our orb.
Or should we say, oh bro?
Yeah, it is upside down, so maybe it is a bro. So, I think we ought to give Dom the win just for getting that. The star kill in the roll 3-4, that was awesomely done. You don't see that too often.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. So with that, we're tied 1-1. Stay tuned. We'll get the next match set up.
So here our guys go through the roll 2 fortress. Of course, I don't think they'll have to play any action stages except for that last one that was at the end. Oh, Dom takes a hit on the spikes, but that actually might speed him up a little bit because he doesn't have to wait for the spikes to roll through one more round. So he could just say he meant to do that. And yeah, there'll be just that panel marked number 4 they'll do. Hey, we got the roll 5-2 for it. Now, do you know what all the runners tell me? The trick on this is just go fast.
Isn't that the trick on every stage?
I think that is the trick on every stage, is to just go fast. But the runners like to tell me that the trick on this one is to just go fast. I tried to go fast, but I always end up taking a lava bath.
And I try to go fast and I just get a speeding ticket.
And yeah, we got Wed Robe in chat saying, hey, 3F1 plus 2F1 equals 5F2, which is what we got. Maybe Fred has implemented arithmetic into the randomizer. Maybe that's why things are showing up like they are.
That's a bit of a Twilight Zone stuff there.
Indeed. Now, Paraducks is keeping just a slight lead over Dom. Dom keeping it tight, though, as he goes through the regular tanks level. And we have our Hammer Brothers, our Sledge Brothers. And Sledge Brothers is smallified and then went and stun-locked Paraducks. And Dom with no... ooh, yeah, that was an oof. Dom with no power-ups just runs headlong into the Sledge Bros. And for his first attempt. Let's see, his second attempt goes better, and Paraducks has his out, and he is now in the roll 4 fortress.
And Dom's right there behind him.
Indeed.
But now they're literally in the same airship, so all it would take is for one mistake and Dom could take the lead again.
Absolutely. We'll see how this goes. Larry is going 2 hits at least. So, and he's going to go the vanilla 3 hits, and he'll be out. So just about 15 seconds here separate our 2 runners as we enter as we go into roll 2. Get your guesses in chat as what roll 2 is going to be. Meowth, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna go with World 2. Let's see if we can get a Fred order.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm going to say let's try odds and evens. So I'm going to say roll 3 next.
World orders are stupid anyway.
So it turns out it's going to be rolled 4 after all. That 2 panel down on the bottom isn't going to be checked at all, so our runner's going to go and find that they need one.
Paraducks picking up a Jurgenclad from his fight with the Hammer Bros. I'm going to quickly get the same.
Absolutely. 5-5 Paraducks making his way through the donut factory in the sky. Same with Dom. And Paraducks does another screen scroll glitch to get by the Hammer Brothers and make his way into the fortress, this time the fort being 6F1. Nicely done, Paraducks. So can you tell what Dom's doing there?
Goofing off on the elevator lift? The escalator lift?
So that is the only part of the game where you can actually jump at the 60 hertz rate of the that the NES actually runs at, the 60 hertz cycle. And so if you got a turbo button or something like that, you can just hammer it, or just, you know, just a repeating thing. You just hammer that button and you will jump every frame. Or as chat says, playing DDR. And since our runner saw the number 7 panel, they knew that there was only one fort that they had to play, and that was the fort, of course. So now they go into the World 3 airship.
And now Dom's in the lead, but only by a few milliseconds.
It is a tight race here. I'm loving it. Ooh, Iggy's bouncy and jumps over the fireballs first couple times Dom tried to throw at him, so our 2-hit Iggy is just going to take 2 hits. But I think we just had another lead change. Yeah, we did. Oh, is it 30 hertz? Maybe. Yeah, maybe 30 hertz, because, yeah, you have to have one frame with the button pressed and then the next frame with it unpressed, so. All right, yeah, so 30 hertz. Still very, very fast. Oh, and a Ghostbusters letter reference. One of my favorite movies from my childhood. But enough of the 80s.
Yeah, I saw the Ghostbusters. It was an okay movie, just, I don't know.
All right, you're done. Bye. All right, so enough of the 80s. Let's play this video game from the 80s.
I think we're having some prop up. There we go with Paraducks.
Yeah, so I think he clouded again that stage to, and oh, I think Dom's going to do the same thing here. He's going to cloud 5-9 in order to, go somewhere else more quickly. Of course, when you do cloud, if you take a death in your next stage, you go back to where you were before. Fun little mechanic is, though, the pipe transitions will set you up for the next, will reset it, and so you don't have to worry about dying if you take a pipe transition. You also don't have to worry about going into Bowser's Castle without a Hammer Brother, or without a Hammer Suit, if your Hammer Bros give you a Hammer Suit. So Dom chooses to play a panel, and it's 2-1 Paraducks. Takes the Paradox Pipe. And the Paradox Pipe is probably my second favorite Paradox. Oh, Paradox gets cheaped over the giant pit in 8-1. So he's gonna take a look at his stuff, and he's gonna use a P-Wing. Nice call. I love that call to use P-Wing.
P-Wings. Always good for a good time.
And you always do have to be careful when using, or when doing these things in a level with a cheap sheet, because they will do just like what they did on Dom's screen and respawn at any most inconvenient place. Oh, take a look at that. We got 7-1. And first try mac and cheese sauce. Somebody clip that. Oh. You know, the jokes in the commentary and the chat are getting kind of cheesy and possibly a little fishy.
Do you not have a soul?
Oh, no, I had a really good deal on a car, so I sold it. It looks like Dom has retaken the lead. Except that he's got to fight the Hammer Bros first, so Paraducks really is in the lead. And he's going to take... He'll be the first one to take the fight to Roy.
But Dom's got an extra P-Wing. That could help.
Ooh. Alright, I'm going to have to break out the dad jokes here. Meowth, do you like dad jokes?
Is it apparent that I do?
No, dad jokes, you know, dad jokes.
I just made one! And we just got a raid from SpeedGaming 2 going with a party of 131. Hey, SpeedGaming 2.
Hey, SpeedGaming 2, welcome to the show. You are watching the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament. This is the group. This is actually the bracket stage. Don't pay attention to what it says at the top. This is actually the bracket stage. We have Dom and Paraducks here, who are... Meowth was at number 22 and number 11 seeds. Actually, I just looked it up myself. Paraducks is number 11 and Dom RTA's number 22. At any rate, yeah, SpeedGaming 2, welcome. Hope you enjoyed your last show, and I hope you enjoyed this one. It's been a tight match for both races so far. We are in the second in a best of 3, and these two runners have kept it tight. The last match was Dom didn't finish the last match, but he would have had a very good time probably within just a few minutes of Paraducks. And then so far in this one, they have been seconds.
Did you see that dodge by Dom?
Yeah, the duck and then swipe the tail and then... Yeah, these guys have... they've been showing some good stuff. I've been enjoying this so far. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed that exchange. I just love telling dad jokes too. Sometimes he even laughs. So Paraducks taking gets another hammer out of this Hammer Bros fight. I think he's got 2 now. I saw, yep, there was 2 right there. So I think both of our runners now have 2. And Meowth, do you recall, is World 3 outstanding? We haven't seen Wendy today in the second race.
We really haven't.
Oh, Paradox actually had 3 hammers, uses one of them. Nicely done to use it. Well, except you going into 7-8, but you know what? No big deal. He still has 2 to use. And Dom checking the maps, and let's see, he's gonna take. You got to play one hammer, brother, at least. Yeah, he'll be glad that he has that item. He won't be so thrilled about 7-8 being on the other side of it, but he'll be glad about it. Paraducks gets into 5-4 with an Angry Sun. Fortunately, 5-4 is short enough that he doesn't actually get to spend too much time with the Angry Sun. He mostly just hangs out at the top there. Dom checks the item in 7-8, sees it's a leaf, decides, I've already got one, bye, and makes his quick exit, and not too much difficulty getting out of 7-8 there. Now, Paraducks is in 1-3. What do you think he takes the item?
Can you repeat that? I sneezed.
Oh, I was asking if you thought he would take the item in 1-3, but it looks like he skipped it. But Dom's still out there to go through 1-3, so we'll see here in a minute if he decides to take the item. And welcome SpeedGaming 6. Did y'all just get done watching the Challenge Cup match?
Oh, who was playing?
I don't recall off the top of my head at the moment.
Oh, and we see Dom has entered one of my favorite beta stages, the Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls.
Oh, yes. 7-6 beta. Also known as the TLC level.
I came up with that name.
Okay, Teeks, yeah, Ricky 5 and Leslie Pro, okay.
Who won?
Well, don't spoil it for me. You say who won, I say don't spoil it for me. Now we get to see where chat's loyalties lies. Oh, hello, Night Shifter. Oh, Mario won, okay. Ooh, they both won, so let's see. Gonna be Alright, guys. Thanks. Now, Paraducks completing 6-7 as Dom is completing the World 4 airship, make his moves along. So Paraducks skipped the fort here in World 5, and there's 2 locks in front of them, and one of those locks is going to break a path. And now Paraducks has to choose which fort he wants to play. So which one would you go for, Meow? The yellow one or the red one?
I'd go for the yellow one.
So he took the yellow one, and it turns out to be the World 1 fort, which means strictly not required, but always could make life easier if you do play it, which means he's not going to be taking that item.
The reason it's never going to be required is because logic says that most people would try to go for the hidden item exit, and that does not break the lock.
That is absolutely right. So since we can't set up the lock in a position where it's strictly required, we just put it in a position where it can make life easier. And in this case, it looks like all we need to do is have a hammer to take advantage of that, and the hammer we do, and even a hammer bro that says bye-bye. Now Dom gets his look at the setup, and what's he... Oh, he's going to play the fort in front of him and the level in front of him. So he's going to take a longer route, and this could be the divergence that not. Or the Paraducks trying to get the clip, or trying to get a wall jump here before he goes into 6-9. He tries a few times and just decides to go into 6-9. Since he's shooting, I'm guessing he's going to play it. He's playing those fireballs. Dom has the Navy. Sage is getting hit. Takes a couple of hits, but looks like he's going to get out and make his way through to the next. Well, through the fortress. He's completed the fortress. It's Paraducks clear the stage it's normally in the pyramid stage spot. So this puts Paraducks about 2 full stages ahead of Dom. Oh, we've got Beefy Blocky Morton. Ooh! And he gets one hit on Paraducks. He's close. And, oh, Paraducks takes a hit.
Ooh, and Paraducks gets hitboxed.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. I think he was trying to avoid Morton, trying to avoid getting stun locked by him, and instead he ends up jumping right into Morton's face.
And Dom's going to use the Juggleclad to bypass the stage and take out the Hammerbug, so now the lead is minimized.
Absolutely. It's one of the wonderful things about Randomizer is that if a lead is short, it's not reliable. And if a lead is long, it's still not reliable. There's always one in rolled 8 at the end. So once again, just a few seconds separating our two runners. Oh, I love this level the Paraducks just found. This is 7-7. It is sometimes called the Muncher Alley. You have these blocks that have stars in them, but they're only stars if you hit them while you still have star power. If you lose your star power and you hit the blocks, they're just a coin. They're not going to help you. And if you're not already near the very end, it's going to hurt. So Paraducks, of course, in World 3, he sees 3 pipes ahead of him. One of those pipes is going to go to Wendy's Island. And he finds which one it is already. It's the very first one he encounters. Dom is trying to do the cliff to go to bypass 7-8. I haven't seen that, or a wall jump. I haven't seen that done or chosen much this tournament.
When I see we've gone a raid from Rywet, raiding with a party of 18.
Dom tries to 2-cycle and ends up completing it, getting out of there on his iframes. Welcome, Rywek. Hope y'all are having a great night. Hope you enjoy the show. We are in the bracket stage of Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament. So it's, if you're not familiar with it, it's shuffled up and rebuilt Super Mario Bros. 3 game. Runners go through all 8 worlds, beat the game, beat Bowser at the end of the game. Yeah, it's great fun. We'll put up the information in the chat so you can see it, and maybe you can decide whether you want to play it or just watch. And Paraducks, we got I don't know, what do we call that? Beefy Wendy, but she only takes 2 hits.
That would be having a junior cheeseburger.
Junior cheeseburger, but you know, with the extra ground pounding, the earthquake, I figure she's got to have fries and maybe the jumbo frosty, right?
Dang it, now I want Wendy's.
Sorry about that. Okay, so our runners with that just got the anchor. Well, okay, well, Dom doesn't have it yet. Paraducks just got the anchor. With the randomizer, in this version of the randomizer, the anchor is useless because the airship just spawns at the castle, so the anchor turns into a wild card. And in this seed, that wild card, as Paraducks just showed, is the P-Wing. So, a very nice reward for the anchor. Not necessarily the best. I think sometimes a hammer or a cloud is probably better depending on what's going on, but definitely nothing to scoff at getting the P-Wing. Paraducks finds the room with the view, so he's going to back out of there. Nothing he can do there. He's got a couple minutes here, it looks like. Maybe a minute and a half on Dom. He finds a fortress. It's, oh, Fort Knox. Is he gonna... I think he has another anchor, or P-Wing. I think he's gonna, yep. He's gonna trade in a 1-up and go and redo that with an anchor, yeah, with a P-Wing. I think even with the transitions and the intentional 1-up, he still saves time. Dom is in 3-2, and he is having a little bit of trouble dodging the cheap sheeps. He gets cheap sheeps. And decides to take a frog into there. See how that works out for him. Oh, Paraducks. Another. So he has. Paraducks has Fort Knox, and immediately followed by the Pyramid Stage. Both stages, of course, Fort Knox, it's essential that you have a tail. And the Pyramid Stage, you have these vertical columns of bricks where it's really handy to have a tail to be able to clear them faster. So Paraducks having great luck, and both of our runners really in this situation, because both of them get it, but having great luck with that. Cheap shots, nice memes going on there. So the Dom, it looks like he's also going to go and spend one of his 1-ups and try something else. But Paraducks is already out.
Whoa, and they're getting a very nice clip.
Yes, he does. Let's see. So Paraducks is the first one out of World 7 into World 8. So, chat, get your guesses in. Between 0 to 4 or -1 to 4. How many bridges is it going to take to get to Bowser's Castle? Bugcatcher says 4. I'm going to say 4. And the reason I say 4 is because I'm an engineer. I love it when people have lots of bridges. So let's go for bridges. Oh no! Look at Dom. He got the Goomba shoe. He needs to get rid of it. There he goes. Nicely done. So Paraducks' first fort in World 8 is 6F3. Oh, nice. I like the suspension of it all. Yeah. Cool. Oh, thanks, chat. Your jokes are making these otherwise great matches even better.
Well, were you supposed to be the comedians here?
You know what? Anybody wants to... Stand-up comedy is hard. I'll let anybody participate. So we are down to only 3 possible bridges since we did have a lock on that opening stage in World 8. Dom has found a star at the end of the Piranha stage. But he's still a couple minutes behind. He needs to catch up, and he needs a break from Paraducks. Maybe some hand trap or something. Although, I gotta call this out. The time, we're at 30 minutes now. The seeds haven't been the worst, but these runners have really been taking it to task. I I mean, here Dom's going to be finishing up in just about 30 minutes. Paradox has been in World 8 for a minute and a half now. So yeah, I can't. Okay, so I hear one bridge is the answer, and I don't see Paradox's screen. I think we got some issue with the restream or something. Paradox takes Frog Suit in the action stage. It turns out he's 7F2.
Now, maybe it's just me, but I still don't see the point of the frog suit other than those, like, 2 or 3 water levels.
Well, actually, I mean, it won't help too much in a race, but in this stage right here, 7-2, if you go down to the lower levels and do a little swimming back to the left, you'll actually have a couple P-switches, or maybe just one P-switch, but anyways, there's a bunch of bonus coins that you can only get if you're in the frog suit, and if you get them all, then you actually spawn a white mushroom house. Because each of the worlds 1 through 7 has one level where if you you can spawn a white mushroom house if you get a certain number of coins. Paradox now in the World 8 fort. Of course, Dom has entered World 8 now. He's clearing his first stage, making his way through. But he's still behind. Paradox, yeah, yep, chat, 1-4 is pretty easy. You actually have a spare coin. Oh, and Paradox takes a jump onto a hot foot, and he's going to have to replay that fort. So here we go, second try. Paradox, of course, that's going to let Dom catch up a little bit. He's not quite there yet, but he is taking a look at his pipe switches and sees that there is only one bridge. Paradox, nicely done jumping that boo. You don't see that work out right too often. Oh, Paradox has a shot here. He's got the Starman. Oh, Meowth, you gotta say it. Come on, let's hear it.
Bro!
Yes, indeed. Or as a friend in chat says, he gave him a star hug. But that star hug was the solution. So here goes Paradox. Hammer suit and a star. Paradox doesn't get the clip. He's going to take the donut ride downstairs and climb the disco waffle staircase. Here we go. Dom's still in 7-2, so Paradox has quite a lead yet. Gets the one up, get the Everyman clip. Through the Podoboo room. Alright, upper route. He's going to try. First try, doesn't make it. Second try, doesn't make it. Alright, first real try. Didn't get P-speed, so he's going to take the door. And these randomized fireballs that are coming up are nasty. I've seen races won and lost by how these randomized fireballs do, but I don't think that's going to be the case today. Even though he does take a hit, loses his hammer suit, he's going to go in as Super Mario. I think he gets this one. Let's see it. Here goes the first stomp by Bowser. Dom is just now entering the World 8 Fortress, so he's still a couple, 2.5 minutes probably behind. There's the third stomp by Bowser. I think this is going to be all she wrote here in just a moment. Fourth stomp, we're one stomp away. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends of all ages, get your GGs out in chat for Paraducks. Taking this game 2-0 over Dom.
And let's give it up for Dom, who gave it one heck of a fight.
Absolutely, it was a wonderful match. Kept it tight all the way through, just like we like it. Don't have a game 3 for you tonight, but we did have 2 outstanding games, outstanding performances by both of our players.
And let's see if we can get Paraducks here for a few words.
Indeed, we'll see if we can send them the information to get into the chat. Paradux's official time, 34 minutes and 50 seconds. Nicely done. And it looks like Dom, of course, being at Bowser's Castle, we're going to let him finish. He's got a hammer suit. We got to see if he can finish with a hammer kill. We need at least one more hammer kill. So come on, chat. Get your claps in chat for Dom. Let's see him finish fast and finish strong. Let's go. Oh, got Disco Waffle. That's all right. He's still got clips to run. Let's do it. Now, sometimes these runners do a clip on the middle route, the DLP316 clip, which is actually amazing to see. Have you seen that, Neil?
I've seen it once or twice, yeah.
Yeah, you hit that power up, you get up on that power up thing. Oh, nicely done. He gets the clip. Okay, so here we go. Number 1.
Alright, I see Dom is in.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Wait, did someone invite Dom already?
I got an invite after the first game.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Weird.
Well, we actually are, as you can see, we're just watching the delayed stream of yours coming in.
Oh, yeah. I had some awkward stares there. I actually would have got a PB, but nothing too exciting at the end there.
And I see we have our winner, Paraducks64.
Hello, GG.
Hey, Paraducks GG.
So a very good match by both of you.
This was rough. That first seed was rough. That
Yeah,
beginning.
dude.
I mean, once you passed World 4, that was okay on the first seed.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. I'll try better next time. I thought, I hear you, me, well, the Alf and I, and everybody in chat was loving the performance. Definitely enjoyed the fact that it was a tight race. First race was very tight through the first several worlds, at least through about World 4. Paraducks, you broke it open, got to about a minute and a half lead, and then just kind of built on that lead gradually throughout the rest of the race. But this last one, y'all were tight. Sometimes several lead changes throughout the race, and it wasn't until World 7 where Paraducks, you took a good strong lead and then kept it. But even then, as you can see on the times, it wasn't an enormous one.
Yeah, Paraducks, you actually finished when I was doing the last fortress in World 8. And I had a hammer suit, so I went to the castle. I have a bad time because I took damage in Bowser's Castle, but I didn't expect this race to be close at all. So I'm pretty happy with, especially like the second one.
Well, I took some bad death in that 7th seed. I died in the end of 8th fort. And,
I got hitboxed by the Koopalings 5 times in our match today. I think I counted 5 times, and I died once because of Iggy's hitbox going through me when I was small. So
Same.
I know how you feel.
The first seed, when I found the star, I thought, well, Iggy will get me with that hitbox, and yeah, he got me.
So overall, the runners between the two of you, how do you feel about your performance? Things that you'd like to see in your next ones, or how are you feeling about coming up? Anything coming up that you're doing?
I will need to put my A game for Axor. I know he's really good. That will be the bronze match rematch, and yeah, that would be something. And this would be interesting.
Definitely glad to. I mean, obviously, we're looking forward to you, but always bringing your A game to these matches. And of course, you've been a pretty solid runner for a couple of years now that I've been watching. So I've always enjoyed the matches with you, and of course, this community is growing, and the quality of play for all of our runners has only been improving over the last year or two. So it's been great to see it. Dom, how about you?
I feel pretty good. I don't know if you could tell by my splits, but this is the 18th seed I've played. I didn't really do too much practice. Like, I looked a little bit at the auto scrollers and how to speedrun those. There are a couple levels like that should be auto scrollers and aren't, and the camera's really awkward and I don't know where things are. So I tend to really take my time, but I think I really crushed the levels that are close to vanilla, like 542. You just breeze through it. It's so easy if you know what you're doing. 442, you know, just the ones you could safely just do the same strats as vanilla. But you know, I think my expectations going into this were really low, and I met those. I did a lot better than I thought that I would be doing.
I would definitely say you had a solid performance. Of course, the quality Paraducks brings to the table, and you're coming up against some pretty strong competition. But I would definitely say pat yourself on the back. You done good, in my opinion, at least.
Oh, you did. You done very good.
So did I hear the words PB come out between the two?
Oh yeah, I was close. I don't have a very good PV. It's like a 36, but if I didn't take damage, I think I would have PV'd.
Hey, still coming up close, coming up high on your records. That's definitely an achievement. So congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you. We'll get it next time.
Definitely looking forward to seeing you, both of you, again.
And for Paraducks, because of this win, you're going to be going up against the Haxor at a future match. How do you feel you do against him?
Yeah, like I said, this will be the bronze match rematch, and I mean it can go either way. I think Axor has the advantage. I think because he speedrun the game. I don't. He has better consistency than me and better strats on certain levels. So I will need my A game to beat him, and a good World 8 general.
Well, most importantly, I hope however you do it, you have fun with it and enjoy the matches. After all, that's why we're all here, is both for our fun and to entertain the people that are kind enough to come out and watch us.
Yeah, also Paradox, you better beat him because I voted for you in my predictions and Haxor was not happy with me. So you better do it so I don't look dumb.
I mean, I did beat him in the last tournament.
Yeah.
3-2 at the end. So, like I said, it could go either way. And after that, there's good chance I will face Mitch. This isn't better.
Well, we're all looking forward to it. So, and want to thank you for being part of the community and for bringing your talent and showcasing it for us.
Thanks for having us.
Indeed. Any other parting thoughts before we call it a night?
No, just want to say congrats to Paradox and good luck with your next match.
Thank you.
Okay, Paraducks, any other things you'd like to say to us and our audience?
No, I think that's it. looking forward for the match against Axor, and that's pretty much it.
Very well. Well, let's see. Meowth, do you have any other last words you'd like to say before we call it a night?
I did not. This has been one heck of a run, and it was an awesome job commentating with you.
I enjoyed it as well. Well, with that said then, my friends in Speed Gaming Land, what I'd like to say is once again, of course, it's through your support that we're able to do this, and we appreciate all of your participation and any support that you have. Join us in the Discords, like we said before. This is a wonderful community of very kind people who enjoy the game and love to share our love of the game with anybody else who's interested in it. And the only other thing I want to say for the night is have fun, be safe, be kind.
And
Go ahead.
you were saying?
I was going to say, have fun, be safe, be kind. I'll see you on the other side of the next pipe check.
And remember, as always, take care, and we'll see you next time at the Mushroom Kingdom.
Good night, my friends.
Good night.